Hey everybody, welcome back to Saturday Night Baseball on the RedPocket Mobile's YouTube stream for the second time ever.
It's great to be back, Joey.
We're here, we're live, and it's another Mobiles versus Regulators night. Yes, typically Friday nights are the Long Beach Coast alternate identity nights, where last night they took Game 1 3-2 on a walk-off in the bottom of the ninth. But tonight, they're going back at it again, but with a different uniform. They're going with the black tops and the white bottoms. RedPocket Mobiles, unlike last night, they're going to go with their gray pants, but still sticking with the red tops, which look oh so clean. With
those red tops were designed by Drayson over at RedPocket Mobile. He did such a great job on them, man. They really pop on the field. They're bright and colorful. I like them. Well,
right now, Dimitri Young and Ray King are hoping that more things pop on the field for this team that is now 13-45, 1-9 in the second half, and now on a losing skid of 5. Last night, things looked really good. It was another one-run loss for the Mobiles. That was a trend that we were talking about all throughout last night. This being the 7th time that these two teams have faced off against each other, and the 4th time that the Mobiles have lost by 1 run.
And you know, we talked about it at length last night, like you said. This Regulators Coast team is the strongest team in the league, statistically and in the standings. So the fact that RedPocket can continuously stay neck and neck with them says a lot about these guys. We just got to turn that corner, get that one extra step, that one extra stop, really, and win some games here.
And it's all about taking advantage of weakness. But last night, both sides were pretty weak. I was going to say weak full, but not weak. They didn't have any weakness out there. Both pitchers, Nick Bautista and Adam Christopher, lights out through the first 7 innings of the game. Only 1 run crossed the plate through those first 6 innings, and that was for the Long Beach Regulators. Easton Jones got the Regulators the early lead, but Christopher kept pace. 19 straight batters without a hit heading into the 9th. That's where things began to falter. Dimitri Young talked to him earlier today, and he said he just wanted to see how long he could go. He didn't necessarily want to go to his bullpen because that's when things, I've heard, fall out of hand for the RedPocket Mobiles in times. And last night, that's kind of what happened. Nathan Darden took the mound with 1 on, the go-ahead run, came around to score on back-to-back hits. Easton Jones walked it off for the first walk-off hit in Long Beach history. It's their 3rd walk-off, their 2nd against the Mobiles. But now Nathan Hemmerling takes the bump. The former Idaho Falls Chuckers. He is 3-0 on the season, and coming off his best outing last time, he gets into his wind for Gianni Horvat. Check swings, but it's in there for a strike. We are underway right on time at 4:35 p.m. Pacific time. Thank you so much for tuning in, wherever you're tuned in from. Second pitch is on the ground up the middle. Anthony Mata ranges over and throws to first for out number 1.
Even with a ground out there, it's great to see Gianni back at the top of the lineup here for the Mobiles. We have so many guys that can fill that leadoff role, but he stepped into it at the beginning of the season, and it's great to have him back there again. And here we go with Spence Kaufman.
And this was kind of the 1-2 combo that we saw the last time the Mobiles came to Blair Field. It was Horvat and Kaufman every single game for those 6 games that the Mobiles lost all 6 to in the very first home series for Long Beach. A couple pitches in. The next pitch misses outside. It is a 1-1 count on Kaufman. Third pitch in the zone on the fastball at 92. Kaufman is behind 1-2. He's going to be followed by Jordan Harrison Dudley, Justin Johnson, TJ McKenzie, Efrain Manzo, who scored one of the 2 runs for the Mobiles last night. Next pitch fouled back. And then the bottom of the lineup features 2 lefties, Braylon Bishop, Kashawn Fred, who is not a lefty, and then Josiah Chavez making his series debut here. This next pitch is fouled into home plate.
And Kish actually, he deserves to be in the lineup today after that home run he hit last night. it was not a cheap one. 400 feet to center field. It's good to have him back.
I'll correct you, 410 feet, even better.
I wanted to make sure I didn't go over.
There you go. There's a swing and a miss. Kaufman is retired for the second out of this game. And now Jordan Harrison Dudley, who is one of the biggest stars, both physically and hypothetically, for this lineup for Dimitri Young. Just an absolute beefed up jack dude, batting from the left side. He's a switch hitter. He's the first member of the 2020 club this year in the Pioneer League. But he has struggled here at Blair Field as he takes the first pitch outside for ball one. He's 0 for 11 in his 3 games played at the Long Beach Coast home ballpark.
And it plays rather large here.
This one on the ground, 2 hops, backhanded, right around the chest to Mata at short. And he gets out at first. So 1, 2, 3, the Mobiles go down in order to Nathan Hemmerling. The Regulators will take their first bats when we come back around on the RedPocket Mobiles YouTube stream. No score heading into the bottom of the first. Joey Miller, Al Maulding here at Blair Field. And the Regulators are hoping to take the series tonight. The Mobiles are looking to snap a losing streak. Eddie Pelk will kick things off for the Long Beach Coast, now rebranded as the Regulators in their second consecutive alternate identity night. And on the mound is Blaine Huter, who gets Pelk to foul towards the third base side for strike one. Blaine Huter has faced off against Long Beach twice, as a matter of fact, the very first series in early June, once from the pen and once as a starter. Next pitch misses below the knees for a 1-1 count to Pelk. Blaine Huter, in that most recent start, he went 7+ innings, gave up 7 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned, and he did not take the loss in that one. That was the last game of the 6-game stretch of the very first meeting between these two teams. It's a 2-1 count now as Pelk takes the next pitch. The person who actually took the win in that contest was reliever Julian Hernandez, who is now with the Single-A Visalia Rawhide, a fresh signee out of the Long Beach roster, the first ever. A 3-1 count on Eddie Pelk, the left fielder tonight. This one is high, and it's going to be challenged. The RedPocket Mobile strike zone challenge claims that the Mobiles got it wrong, so they lose their very first. And Eddie Pelk takes his 84th walk of the season. He is now 2 away from tying the all-time Pioneer League record for most walks in a single season. That accounts for both the affiliate era and the modern era of the MLB Partner League. Now Easton Jones, who gets bumped up in the lineup spot to the 2, takes the first pitch low and outside for ball 1, and he made quite the impact last night, not only getting the first run of the game, but also cashing in the final run on the walk-off winner. Both times a single down the left field line as he fouls the next pitch back into the home plate screen for a 1-1 count. There is a runner on first, nobody out here. In the bottom of the first, no score. Blaine Huter works with a 5-pitch set, fastball dominant. Huter holds for a second, now delivers the 1-1 in the air, popped up behind home plate. Chavez gives it chase and watches it fall into the crowd. A 1-2 count now. Let's get you the defensive alignment, and I'll let Al Maulding do that.
Oh, sounds good, Joey. So we got Blaine Huter on the mound. His battery mate's going to be Josiah Chavez at catcher, Justin Johnson at third, Spence Kaufman at short, Gianni Horvat at second, Jordan Harrison Dudley at first, and left to right in the outfield we have Kishon Frett, TJ McKenzie, and Braylon Bishop.
Now you're all caught up. This one down the third base line and foul. Now let's get you the rest of this Long Beach lineup to finish you out here in addressing everything and setting up the scene. Easton Jones will be followed by his BYU teammate, Cooper Vest, in the on-deck circle. Then Cuba Bess, the DH role, gets the half-day off after being behind the plate last night to catch Nick Bautista. The 1-2 is fouled, first base side. Harrison Dudley watches it into the VIP section.
You know, knowing how much these baseballs cost, this is getting to be an expensive at-bat.
Well, we've seen more expensive at-bats. Even last night, we saw some go to 10, even 11 pitches, all fouled off. A 1-2 count. Still with Easton Jones and the runner at first. Pelk, a conservative lead. Quick throw back to first. He's back on first standing. Jordan Harrison Dudley still standing on the bag.
He definitely goaded Huter into throwing over there. He did not have a big lead, but the dance moves is what made that happen.
Little bluff move off of first, and now the 1-2 again. Fouled back into the netting. That's 3 foul balls on this 1-2 count to Easton Jones, who went 2 for 4 last night. First walk-off for Long Beach in the month of July. Their last one was the very last day of June. That was Johnny Pappas, who is in the lineup tonight in the 9 spot. He'll make his series debut. This one knuckled off the handle into the glove of Spence Kaufman for out number 1. Soft little fly ball that does not get very far. And now Cooper Vest to the plate with the runner at first. Following Cooper Vest and Cuba Best, it'll be Emilio Corona, Benjamin Rosengard, Jacob Jablonski, Anthony Mata, and Johnny Pappas. Now you're all caught up here. Blaine Huter is 3-0 on the season. This is his 9th start. Second here at Blair Field. He watches the first pitch. Cooper Vest watches the first pitch inside for ball 1. 2 for 4 yesterday, one of 2 hitters to have multiple hits off of Adam Christopher last night. Actually, 1 hit off of Christopher, 1 off of Darden. There's a foul tip into the glove for a 1-1 count.
You know, I was very happy to find out that Adam Christopher's family was here last night for that stellar start.
He is a light for this rotation for the RedPocket mobiles, for sure, and he showed it last night. Next pitch is swung on and fouled to the back netting for a 1-2 count. Adam Christopher only allowed 1 walk last night. We talked about it in the pregame show yesterday of how important it is to limit walks to this team. So far, they've already allowed a walk here in the top of the first, or bottom of the first, rather. Next pitch misses low and inside for ball 2.
I couldn't imagine the mobiles pitching in the top of an inning. That would just be weird at this point.
That's right. It's, well, you never know. 2-2 count. Huter gets comfortable on the mound and now delivers the next pitch. Eddie Pelk going off on the pitch, which is hard hit and fouled towards the hitting facility, the Troy and Daniel Tulowitzki hitting facility. Troy Tulowitzki, who spent some years here at Long Beach State, the field of which the Long Beach Coast play in their inaugural season. Two and two again to Cooper Vest, the lefty. Righty on lefty matchup. Here's that pitch. Swing and a miss. Fooled him on the breaking ball. Off the table. And strikeout number one for Blaine Huter gets out number two in the bottom of the first. And Cooper Vest is the last hope to potentially do something with the leadoff man, Eddie Pelk, reaching base for the 59th straight game in a row. All 59 games he has played, all 59 times he has reached. Cuba Bess has been phenomenal this homestand, this being game 11 of 12 for the first homestand of the season. This one on the ground now to Horvat at second. On to first then for out number three. Pelk is left stranded, and Huter faces four. It is a scoreless first. We'll see you in the second on the RedPocket Mobile's YouTube stream.
And we are back here on the RedPocket Mobile's YouTube stream. We got Mr. JJ Justin Johnson stepping up to the plate against Nathan Himmerling, who sat down the Mobiles 1-2-3 in the first inning, getting 2 ground outs and a strikeout. First pitch goes in there for a strike.
And Justin Johnson has not had a lot of success against Long Beach. Next pitch that misses low for ball one. He is 3 for 21 in 5 games played here on the coast. This one down the right field line. A 1-2 count. And Justin Johnson, this is his home state. He played in Colorado last year with the Grand Junction Jackalopes. Started the season out up in Montana, I believe. 1-2, misses high on the fastball.
Yeah, he went to spring training with the Paddleheads this year. And, the Paddleheads have a very strong lineup. They always do. And so when JJ got released, we brought him back where he's supposed to be.
Broken bat flare towards the first baseman, Cooper Vest, who steps on the bag for out number one. 4 up, 4 down for Hemmerling. Brings up TJ McKenzie. For TJ McKenzie, this is his 14th game played against the Coast, second in a RedPocket Mobiles uniform. He's boomeranged his career here in the Pioneer League, starting with Dimitri Young, leaving Dimitri Young last year to head towards the Oakland Ballers, who went on to win the championship. Started the season with the Oakland Ballers, boomeranged back to Dimitri Young, and now this count starts off with 2 straight balls. 10 for 44 against the Long Beach Coast and or Regulators, however you want it. This one fouled off for a 2-1 count. First base side. TJ McKenzie, the righty, takes the next pitch on the 2-1. It's in there, just on the outside corner for strike 2. McKenzie with the mobiles, 3 home runs and a .297 batting average. There's a hard swing and a miss. Second strikeout for Nathan Hemmerling, and this is a point to bring up because Nathan Hemmerling, in his best outing last week against the Yuba Sutter Freebirds, struck out 10, which is the most by a single pitcher in Long Beach Coast history. Officially the very first to reach double digits. And now Efrain Manzo, the DH tonight, takes the first pitch on the breaking ball that misses, and it's going to be challenged. And it does not go the way of Long Beach. So both teams have used a RedPocket Mobile Strike Zone challenge, and both have failed. There's a check swing, but it's in the zone now. So a 1-1 count now to Manzo, who made a pretty significant impact last night, putting the first run of the game on the board in the top of the 7th. Fouls the next pitch back to the screen for a 1-2 count, a game-tying RBI groundout to the shortstop Mata. And that was off of Nick Bautista, who got through 7 innings of work. Next pitch misses low for a 2-2 count. Bautista in his last 2 starts, both 7 innings of work, both 9 strikeouts per game, as he did last night. But only 1 run allowed in those 14 innings, and that was thanks to Efrain Manzo taking advantage of a situation in the top of the 7th. 3-2 now as the next pitch misses low on the off speed from Hemmerling. There's a hard swing and a miss. Hemmerling escapes the inning with back-to-back strikeouts. No score heading into the bottom of the 2nd. We'll be right back on the RedPocket Mobile's YouTube channel. Bottom of the 2nd, still no score. And Blaine Huter takes the mound for the 2nd time against the Long Beach Regulators. Emilio Corona, Benjamin Rosengard, and Jacob Jablonski due up, two of which will bat from the left side. Jacob Jablonski, a switch hitter, facing off against a righty on the mound for the RedPocket Mobiles. Emilio Corona hammers the first pitch to dead center. Back towards the warning track. McKenzie gives a chase and makes the grab on the warning track. Just in front of the fence at 376. It was a loud sound off of Corona's bat, but out number one is recorded.
103 off the bat is not an easy fly ball by any means, but McKenzie made it look that way, the way he tracked it, settled underneath it, and secured that catch.
Now Benjamin Rosengard to the plate here. His second game here in Long Beach, a long ways from his hometown in Chicago, Illinois. Coming from the Frontier League. To start the season, he takes strike one. Benjamin Rosengard, a product of the Pioneer League the past couple of years, started in the Frontier League for his first year in the other MLB Partner League, well, 4 MLB Partner Leagues across America. Played with the Washington Wild Things, who have been a playoff contender in that league for the past few years. 1-1 count now as the next pitch misses. Also had a couple at-bats in the World Baseball Classic with Team Israel.
It's really cool to see somebody from the Pioneer League participate in that tournament.
This one, inside-out swing towards left field, and just like yesterday, where he started off his first at-bat as a regulator, his first at-bat tonight as a regulator goes into left field, and he is aboard with a base hit. He went 1 for 4 yesterday, so now he's creeping up in the batting average. Brings up Jacob Jablonski. 8 for 23 against the RedPocket Mobiles, but 0 for 3 last night with a pair of strikeouts. There's a quick throw over to first, not in time. And of those 2 strikeouts, they accounted for 2 of the 4 that Christopher put up on the night in a stellar line, almost a complete game, and a win for him, which would have been his first. There's a called strike for Jablonski. You know, to go that far and to fall that short right at the last moment has to be disheartening.
You know, I talked to him last night and again this morning. He was still in great spirits, you know, getting to see his family. Of course, we want to come out of every game with a win. But he was very proud of the performance he put together last night, as were we of the performance he put together. So
it should be.
It's he's putting the pieces of the puzzle together very well for himself, and we're glad to see his success. We just got to get him that first pro win, and it's coming the next time around. I'm feeling it.
And his ERA drops still in the process despite giving up 2 runs. This one, a line drive into the glove of Kashawn Frett, and there's out number 2 recorded. Huter has a chance to leave another regulator stranded at first. Anthony Mata will try and prevent that from happening here in the bottom of the second. No score. Mata wearing a bright yellow arm guard, which has nothing to do with either color scheme for the Coast Regulators nor the RedPocket Mobiles for that matter. But I guess it's a color he likes. A UC Riverside product, so I guess it counts for that. This one in the air towards right center. McKenzie under it on the first pitch. Makes the grab for out number 3. And another runner stranded for the Long Beach Regulators. Scoreless through 2. Hemmerling back on the bump when we come back on the RedPocket Mobiles YouTube channel. Into the third, no score on the board between the Long Beach Regulators and the RedPocket Mobiles. Bringing all the action here this weekend for the RedPocket Mobiles in their first ever technically home broadcast. They are obviously the away team every single time out there, the travel team. Braylon Bishop sends the first pitch out to left field. Pelk fighting the sun, makes the grab for out number 1. 7 straight retired for Hemmerling to start the game. Brings up Kashawn Fred, who has been a threat. See that rhyming scheme there?
Yeah. And of course, we talked about it last night whenever he came in to pinch hit. Dimitri Young puts Kish in the lineup when he needs some power. And he showed it last night. Hopefully he can remain patient here tonight, wait for the right pitch, and then jump on it.
He remained patient last night, bringing it to a 3-2 count on Jonathan Kozowski before sending a 410 missile over the center field wall. Starts things out with a 1-0 count. Now the next pitch slides outside for a 2-0 count. Kashawn Fred has 2 home runs here at Blair Field. He is the only RedPocket Mobile on the active roster to have sent one out on a Long Beach pitcher. 2-1 count as the next pitch is fouled back. Regulators got on board twice in the past 2 innings, but both were left stranded at first base. 2-1. Swinging a foul tip on the breaking ball into the glove of Johnny Pappas for a 2-2 count. His home run last night put the Mobiles ahead for the first and only time. There's a swing and a miss. There's strikeout number 4 for Nathan Hemmerling, who leads this team in Ks. Josiah Chavez, the last Mobile to have yet to have an at-bat. Also this series making his debut here at Blair Field, but he has played 4 games prior in the very first matchup between these two teams. Went 3 for 15 the last time he was here. 6 strikeouts as well. The lefty catcher takes the first pitch on a swing and a miss. Fastball high. 0-1 count. Hemmerling staying clean here. Here's the full wind and a called strike 2 on the same pitch. He is attacking the strike zone, hoping to get out of this inning just like the first 2. 0-2 off the end of his bat into the glove of Hemmerling, picked up off his shoot tops and flipped on to first. All the way through the Mobiles lineup. No score heading into the bottom of the third. We'll be right back. Bottom of the third, Blaine Huter on the mound in this pitching duel, and it was just like this last night, a back and forth between Bautista and Christopher. Tonight it's Hemmerling and Huter. Huter has 1 strikeout, has faced 8 batters through the first 2 frames, has allowed 2 on, but left both of them stranded, and now he carries his weight into the third. His offense all the way through the lineup in the first 3 offensive tries. Nobody reaches base, and now Johnny Pappas, the only batter to have yet to have a plate appearance in tonight's contest, takes the plate for the first time this series. The righty, formerly of the Idaho Falls Chuckers, retired after the season, but then got the call in June to quit his job all of a sudden, or rather he still has his job, but this is kind of an extended vacation for him as he has been with the Long Beach Coast for the past month and a half, almost 2 full months. Takes the first pitch for ball 1, the Chino Hills native. This one, a line drive into the glove and pops out of Johnson's glove at third. He gets it to first in time to avoid the error.
So how would you score that one there, Joey? Is that a line out? Is that a ground out at that point?
It's a 5-3.
5-3? Oh.
Yeah, if it hadn't gotten to first base, it would have been an E5. But thankfully, I'm not the official scorer tonight. That all goes to our great assistant GM here for the Long Beach Coast, Jacob Benabou, over a couple seats down from us here in the press box. Now back to the top of the lineup, Eddie Pelk, batting from the left side, the second time through the lineup. He takes the first pitch outside for ball 1. And Pelk took a walk his last time up on a 3-1 count for his 84th on the season.
That's an absurd stat.
And this is game 59.
Yeah.
So last year, Al and I saw a guy by the name of Evan Scavato take 86 walks. Maybe we weren't following the record book as much because one wasn't invented yet. Next pitch misses low for ball 2. We had a lot of other things going on last year in Grand Junction that kind of drew our attention away because Evan Scavato was also a prolific hitter, just like Eddie Pelk. The walks are not the only thing to talk about for Eddie Pelk, as he does lead the team in hits, or he's tied for the team lead. This one golfed high in the air towards right field. Bishop comes in and makes the grab for out number 2. Easton Jones now to the plate. Flew out to the glove of Spence Kaufman at short. It was a soft line out on a very prolonged 1-2 count with 4 straight foul balls at the end of it. Easton Jones, this is his 6th game with the Long Beach Coast. There's a hard swing and a miss. And since then, his first professional hit was a home run. And just last night, he got his first walk-off as a professional.
I mean, that's a pretty good first week, right?
I'd say so. He was introduced, signed just about a week ago. Takes a strike, and now is behind 0-2. Fresh out of BYU, per the recommendation of the guy in the on-deck circle, Cooper Vest, who played with him. Former Cougar. The 0-2. Breaking ball finds the zone and absolutely freezes Easton Jones. He goes window shopping for a K, and we are through 3. No score heading into the middle 3. We'll be right back on the RedPocket Mobile's YouTube stream. Top of the fourth, and no offense to speak of. At this point, last contest, it was a 1-0 game. Easton Jones got the first run on the board for the Mobiles. That lead held for the next 4 innings of scoreless baseball. But tonight, Easton Jones is 0 for 2. He just finished out the bottom of the third with the second strikeout of the game for Blaine Huter. And now, Nathan Hemmerling, who has twice as many strikeouts, takes off against the top of the lineup. Gianni Horvat shows bunt, pulls back for a breaking ball that misses high for ball 1. Grounded out to short his last time up. Next pitch, slider finds the edge of the zone. A 1-1 count. 37 pitches for Hemmerling through this contest right now. There's a called ball outside on the fastball that misses low. 2-1 off the end of his bat. Kicks off the shoes of Mata. Looks around for it. He's not going to make it there. It's going to be an error for Anthony Mata, who doesn't make many of those. The first base runner of the game for the RedPocket Mobiles. Brings up Spence Kaufman. And you might have just heard it there, but he has a very special walk-up song. And these guys don't get walk-up songs being the away team every single game. But our organist, Jeff Liffman, had something special in store for him today. Spence Kaufman, do you want to kind of tell the story here?
I mean, we got to Grand Junction last year, and we thought it was very awkward that a baseball player was walking up to the Ghostbusters theme song. And then I pulled him aside. The very first conversation I ever had with him was just me going, hey, Spence, I just got to ask, is it supposed to be who you going to call? Spence Kaufman? He was like, yeah, I've been doing that for a long time. And so it became a thing. We let the fans know.
He goes down on a swing and a miss.
But we let the fans know, and then they started calling it out each time he walked up to the plate, and it was a kind of a magical moment. It was a lot of fun.
We had some loud fans, too.
We did.
Shout out Brian Rasmussen. Jordan Harrison Dudley now to the plate with a runner at first and 1 out. A chance to end this inning with just a ground ball. Jablonski and Mata working up the middle in double play range. The first pitch to Harrison Dudley misses high on the changeup. Nathan Hemmerling works with a 5-pitch arsenal, 4-seam, changeup, curveball, slider, and a sinker. We've seen that curveball a couple times, look quite nice. Next pitch is fouled back to the net for a 1-1 count. He can bring the heat, around 92, 93 on his fastball. Hemmerling out of Riverside, California. Quick throw over to first. Not in time, but a good pickoff move. Vest was on it. Horvat slides in head first.
So, Joey, before the game, you had a chance to talk to Jordan Harrison Dudley a little bit. And what was your thoughts on the guy?
I think he is a lovely person. First pitch misses inside. The third pitch misses inside, a 2-1 count. Throughout this season, you've been telling me, Al, how much of a power threat this guy is. We obviously haven't seen it yet here at Blair Field, as he is now 0 for 12. Fastball down the middle, taken for strike 2. But I remember a couple weeks ago you sent me a video of a 506-foot home run. And how fast was it off the bat?
116
It's crazy.
off the bat. It would have ranked in the top 10 in Major League Baseball. But it was in Marysville, California, at historic Bryant Field against the Freebirds. And it landed in the lake across the street. It was an impressive piece of swings.
It impressed the press box here, too, when I showed it to everybody. It's a 2-2 count to Harrison Dudley. Gets it off the end of his bat. Slow dribbler up the first base line. It rolls foul. Carries on this 2-2 count. He is a teacher, a substitute teacher, I believe, in his off season out in Texas.
Paris, Texas, to be exact. It's he's got a little Southern in him, you know. He's a very kind guy. I got the chance to meet his mom last night. She was a gem.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it.
nice little Southern hospitality there. Lake Erie Crushers is where Jordan Harrison Dudley ranges from his prior team in the Frontier League. 2-2 now. Swing and a miss on the curveball. Retired for the second time tonight. That is strikeout number 6 for Nathan Hemmerling. 2 outs into the top of the 4th. That brings up Justin Johnson. He was retired on the 3 unassisted to start the second inning. He has a runner at first now. First pitch, slider outside, hits for strike 1. Worked a count. This is Johnson's 6th game against Long Beach. Played a pivotal role last night. Not necessarily in the run scoring column. There's a foul ball into the net. But he did break up a streak of 13 straight batters. Nick Bautista retired throughout the middle part of the game. Reaching with a single, which was followed up by a TJ McKenzie single. And then Johnson came around to score the first run of the game to tie up the game at 1 apiece in last night's low-scoring 3-2 final in favor of Long Beach. Taps the next pitch foul. Still an 0-2 count with 2 outs. Johnson out of San Francisco State has played with a teammate of Nathan Hemmerling's, Gary Grosjean, who is an option out of the bullpen. 0-2 count. Sales outside, clips the corner, and that's going to do it. A backwards K for his 7th on the night. Leaves one stranded on the error. We head into the bottom of the 4th. No score on the RedPocket Mobile's YouTube stream. Bottom 4, and I feel like I'm a broken record here by telling you that it is still scoreless. Both pitchers bouncing off of each other. Blaine Huter heads into his 4th frame of work, having allowed only 2 base runners. None last inning. He got through it clean. And now he faces off against Cooper Best, Cuba Best, and Emilio Corona. First pitch hits on the corner outside. It's going to be challenged. And that challenge is going to overturn that pitch for the first successful challenge for Long Beach. They are 1 for 2 tonight at Pocket Mobiles. And the Long Beach Regulators only 1 more to expend with the ABS strikeout system, or the RedPocket Mobile Strike Zone Challenge, I should say. 1-0. is swung on and fouled to the top of the net for a 1-1 count. 2 hits last night, over 1 tonight with a strikeout, one of the 2 Blaine Huter has. Here's that 1-1 count, cuts inside. And Cooper Vest is ahead of the count, the first baseman from St. George, Utah. Right now, he leads the league in hit by pitches. Misses outside for a 3-1 count. This is not a record that he's necessarily wanting to go for, but he is one of now 8 in the modern era to have gotten 20 or more hit by pitches in a season. Again, this is still only game 59. Next pitch misses inside, doesn't hit him, but he gets a free base on the second walk of the game, issued to the Regulators, the third base runner. Brings up Cuba Bess. Cuba Bess on the homestand now is 12 for 41. 4 home runs, 16 RBI, leading this team with 79. Including last night, tying up the game in the bottom of the 9th. Swung at the first pitch and ended the first inning before we had a chance to properly introduce him last time up. Two throws consecutive to check on Cooper Vest. The umpire crew tonight, Brandon Hastings behind home plate, Gary Gilman at first, Gabe Vargas at third, who is currently behind the mound. This one hit into left field, and it gets over the head of Fret. It's going to be extra bases. Cooper Vest settles into third on the double. Now 2 in scoring position for the first time tonight for the Regulators. First time anybody has reached scoring position, and Huter is now in a little bit of trouble.
Just a skosh, not too much, you know.
Both times, Cuba Bass swung at the first pitch that he saw from Huter. This time around, it's successful. And now Emilio Corona can cash in those runs and get the Regulators on top first. Corona has 83 hits heading into tonight's contest. He's 0 for 1. 14 home runs for the rookie from Arizona. Takes the first pitch inside for ball 1. He was the first base runner in 10 retired straight from Adam Christopher yesterday. A phenomenal streak of scoreless baseball.
You know, with Mr. Corona on the mound, it gives me an opportunity to say that trademark brewing baseball blonde that the Long Beach Coast have at Blair Field, very delicious.
And to clarify, he did not have one before getting on the broadcast tonight.
No.
He's been here all week.
I had one whenever I was watching the Coast and the Ballers play.
Right.
Yeah.
And where you're allowed to relax and have a good time here at Blair Field. There's a swing and a foul tip into the glove for strike 2.
I mean, baseball, hot dogs, and beer are just like a classic combination. It's Americana in a cup.
Did you try the Regulator dog here, by the way?
I have. That jam, whoa.
I think it's just barbecue sauce.
It says jam on the menu.
All right. I don't know. It was good last time I had it. 2-2 misses. 1-2 misses outside for now a 2-2 count. Corona, 17 for 37 in this homestand. This being game 11 of the homestand for the Long Beach Regulators. Huter from the stretch. Here's the 2-2. This one roped in the air towards center field. It'll fall and cash in a run. Cooper Vest comes in to score. Now Corona tries for second, dives head first for the RBI double. Cuba Vest stays put at third. And still 2 in scoring position. It is 1-0 Regulators. Thoughts on that, Al?
I didn't like it.
I can't imagine.
I did not like it. No, that was a rope. He hit that ball very well. And the gaps here at Blair Field are where you want to hit the ball. He put that in the right spot.
That is his 61st RBI on the season in game 59. This one pulled up the first base line on a drag bunt. Benjamin Rosengard, I believe, beats it out, but it cashes in a run. Nonetheless, 2-0. It does not, rather, he does not beat it out. It is a sacrifice, so it does not count on his batting average.
That was one of the most beautiful bunts I've seen in a long time. That was fantastic. Well placed, right down the line, perfect pace. Blaine Huter made a very good play to make that out.
Now Corona at third, 2-0 Regulators. Jacob Jablonski slashes the first pitch towards the left center gap. That'll score Corona. 3-0 Regulators. They have now tied what took them 9 innings to record last night. This time here in the bottom of the fourth off of Blaine Huter.
And now Ray King is coming out of the dugout. He's going to go talk to Huter for a second. Keep him calm.
We didn't see Ray King take a mound visit for Adam Christopher last night until the 9th inning. That's how good, that's how dominant Christopher was. But right now, Huter, who started off the first 3 innings just fine, starts to slip into a little bit of trouble now. So right now, I'm not sure if we see any action in the bullpen for the RedPocket Mobiles. It's kind of tough from our vantage point. But the mascot here, Derek the Parrot, is getting into this. The RedPocket Mobiles mascot, you will see here in a couple innings, or rather maybe next inning. Zach Rittner, he'll come up and join us on the broadcast. The RedPocket Mobile Man, or the RedPocket Man.
I mean, Zach is so many things, but he has the greatest collection of bedazzled hats that you will ever see.
This first pitch to Anthony Matas, sliced out to left field. Fred is on it for out number 2. Jablonski stays at first. And now Johnny Pappas to the plate. Grounded out to Justin Johnson. It was a line drive into his glove that he bobbled, but he stayed with it and recorded the out rather than the error. That was an issue with Justin Johnson in his first professional season, the errors. First pitch, fastball hits at the knees for Pappas for strike 1. Something that Dimitri Young has been working on with Justin in his second professional season. Here's the 0-1 on the ground towards Horvat. Picks it up out of the dirt and gets it to first in time, but the Regulators strike first. 3 runs off of 3 hits. And a nice sacrifice bunt from Benjamin Rosengard, who gets his first ribby in a Long Beach uniform. Into the 5th we go. 3-0 Regulators on the RedPocket Mobiles YouTube stream. We're through the first 4, and the story throughout this game thus far, Nathan Hemmerling, Blaine Huter, who was going to crack first? It was Blaine Huter, giving up 3 runs to the Long Beach Regulators, who lead 3-0 heading into the 5th. And now Hemmerling has a chance at the first shutdown inning of this game. He'll have to face off against TJ McKenzie, Efrain Manzo, and Braylon Bishop. Joey Miller, Al Maulding here at Blair Field, bringing you the second ever Red Pocket Mobiles broadcast on the YouTube channel, and happy to do it.
It's a joy, man. I love calling baseball, love watching baseball. I have this issue where even when I'm not working, I'm like, well, might as well turn on a game. So to be here and talk about it just makes it a little bit more fun.
McKenzie shows bunt. He does not pull back. It is strike 1. And yes, this is something that got you into this line of work. We talked about it last night, how you started as a cameraman and then became the director of media with the Grand Junction Jackalopes last year. And you've already climbed the way up the ladder to a role in the front office.
Well, and just like last night, whenever we talked about it, this league is about taking an opportunity and doing the most you can with it. And I don't do this alone by any means. It's been a team effort, not just with my role in the league, but also with the Red Pocket Mobiles. My co-general manager, Amy G., she does so much, and she helps out, and it's fantastic to have her in the league office. It's fantastic to have Commissioner Brian Earl and our social media coordinator, Alex Daly, and Madeline Greenwood. They're all fantastic people to be around. There's no way that I would be able to get this much work done without all their help.
I feel like you're missing one shout-out in particular. Of course, you got to give a shout-out to Mike Shapiro.
Of course. His name's on the baseball.
Right.
Like Mike Shapiro, president of the league. He is not just the president. He's also a mentor. He keeps me in line, that's for sure. And it's I've learned so much from that man.
It's a full count now for TJ McKenzie. Takes the next pitch outside, and the first base runner for the Red Pocket Mobiles that reaches safely breaks up, doesn't break up anything yet. One reached on an error last inning. Gianni Horvat was left stranded, but now TJ McKenzie, a stolen base threat, is on first from the first walk issued by Nathan Hemmerling. Nobody out, Efrain Manzo. Now to the plate with his teal bat. First pitch fired outside on the fastball. Hits for strike 1. But yes, Mike Shapiro, fantastic mentor for Al Maulding. We had him on the broadcast a couple times last year with the Grand Junction Jackalopes. Obviously the father of the great Harrison and Jackson Shapiro, if you're listening. Shout out to all 3 of you guys. Love you guys. 1-1 count.
I actually had the chance to go to my first Pioneer League tryout camp as a scout, in a sense. And one of our interns with the league, Dylan Jensen, came along with me, and he's another one that we've got to give him a shout-out. He did such a good job of helping me pinpoint some guys in the draft, led us to the decision of taking Dakota Aspinwall with the first overall pick last week. And just saw him walk down to the bullpen. So maybe we'll get to see him in action tonight, hopefully.
The Lawrenceville, Georgia native, hoping to make his professional debut potentially here at Blair Field. We'll see. There's a quick throw over to first to check on McKenzie. Not there. Efrain Manzo is 1-2. But yes, Mike Shapiro, if you're listening, I hope to see you here at Blair Field at some point this season. Make your way down the coast. This one fouled off the end of the bat. Still a 1-2 count.
That was a swing to stay alive right there, and he did just that. He needed to fight that one off. It was too close for comfort.
Hemmerling already 7 strikeouts tonight, including 1 on Manzo, the DH. At risk of another one, here's the 1-2. This one chopped up the middle. Jablonski flips it to Mata. Spin throw, pick out of the dirt. A beautiful double play there.
Wow.
Look at that stellar middle infield. The Mata Jablonski combo gets him every time, and now the bases are cleared. 2 outs, brings up Braylon Bishop. Now what do you have to say to that?
You've always got to recognize and appreciate beautiful baseball, and that was beautiful baseball. A wonderful toss from Jablonski, a pivot and throw from Mata, and a great pick from Cooper Vest over there.
Goes 4-6-3 on the double play. First pitch fastball to Bishop, misses for ball 1. He swung at the first pitch the last time he faced Hemmerling. Sent it into left field. Now the next pitch on the ground to Jablonski, ranging over to his left. Gets it to first in time. Hemmerling faces the minimum despite allowing a leadoff walk to T.J. McKenzie. And the shutdown inning is recorded for the Mobiles, who trail 3-0. Regulators on top. We'll be right back in the bottom of the 5th. No call to the bullpen quite yet here in the bottom of the 5th. 3-0 Regulators. Get the defensive shutdown inning. Eddie Pelk will now lead things off for now the 3rd time through the lineup. Blaine Huter on the mound. Reached on a walk, one of 2 that Huter has issued tonight. Nothing out of the ordinary for Eddie Pelk, though. As the first pitch, curveball.
That was a beautiful curveball right there.
Almost like an ephus. 68 miles per hour. Finds the outer half of the zone, away from the lefty, right where you want to put it. 0-1, similar spot on a little bit of a faster pitch there. And
that was another nice pitch.
It's going to be an 0-2 count. Pelk has to call for time. No pitch in this at-bat has gone over 70 miles per hour, which makes me think that I could go out on the mound and do that. But maybe not. Not as effectively. This one popped up to the third base side. Johnson looking it just by the RedPocket Mobiles dugout. But it drops. Still 0-2. I say that because I've been clocked recently. And we had a little bit of a live AB situation when Gary Grosjean, Mason Bryant were coming off the IL. And I was down there just checking it out. And when that was finished, we still had TrackMan on the scoreboard. And I said, all right, let's see how fast I can do. No warm-up. I walk onto the mound. Troy Gloss is giving me the beam of a death stare and saying, what the heck is this guy doing? Maybe not in those exact words. 0-2, swinging a line drive down the right field line into the corner. It's fair. Eddie Pelk makes his way around into second with his first hit of the day. 49 games with a hit in 59 games played with the Long Beach Coast.
Runner in scoring position with no outs is not the recipe for success here at Blair Field.
Not if you're a RedPocket Mobiles fan. But to finish that story, by the way, I get on the mound, first pitch, 75.
My goodness, sir.
If you'll believe it. No warm-up. And I got the respect of everybody, probably except for Troy Gloss.
If you can do that 12 times in a row, we might find you a spot in the bullpen.
First pitch popped up and foul. Hey, maybe, you've had one marketing player this year. The Mobiles have had one marketing player this year. You can have 2 per month.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind suiting up.
I mean, our marketing player was fun. We had the king of JUCO, Eric Sim.
I'm of a similar shape. 0-1 count to Easton Jones. The pitch from Huter hits outside on the slider. 0-2 count. Jones 0 for 2 now. There is going to be a marketing player tomorrow, I've been told. Chase Darnode, former infielder at the major league level and a local partner with the Long Beach Coast. He's going to be playing for the Coast tomorrow in the series finale.
Played with the Braves, if I'm not mistaken.
Sure
right?
did.
Yeah.
Brother of Travis Darnode, who's currently with the Angels, not too far from here. But Chase Darnode having a pretty solid, more than a cup of coffee. We saw Jerome Williams just a couple nights ago take the mound. 16 pitches through the top of the first. Allowed a base runner on with a walk, but struck out the final batter. There's a swing and a miss for the second strikeout on Easton Jones in the first out here in the bottom of the 5th. Great curveball there. That has been very effective for Huter. Cooper Vest now to the plate. Vest reached on the second walk from Huter. That started off the 4th inning where 3 straight base runners reached, the third of which, who is in the hole right now, Emilio Corona, scored the very first run, first of 3. That gives the Regulators this 3-0 lead. First pitch hits for strike 1 to Cooper Vest. Currently a runner at second and 1 out. Huter looks back at Pelk. Now the 0-1 fouled, just out ahead of that one on the 73-mile-per-hour breaker. That curveball is typically his second pitch, but with the fastball not working, he's trying to just attack with a different variety here. 0-2 count on Cooper Vest. Next pitch, the curveball fouled, and should there have not been a net there, I could have maybe caught it.
I think you would have. I have faith in your glove. I don't know if you can consistently throw 75, though. I got questions, sir.
I actually later on, a couple days later, I did a bullpen session with Jerome Williams, who fixed my motion towards the plate. I was too much on my toes.
That's got to be fun. Right?
Yeah, to be coached by, an 11-year MLB vet. This one on the ground, and it kicks off the glove of Horvat. Still tries to collect and get it to first, but it's not in time for an error on Gianni Horvat. That allows Vest to reach, and it allows Eddie Pelk to get to third. Unfortunate play there. Turn of events for Horvat. Now runners at the corners with 1 out. The first error of the game for the RedPocket Mobiles, really the first error of the series. Can they take advantage of the mistakes? The Regulators, that is. Cuba Bess.
Can they recover from the mistakes?
Right. Whoever you're rooting for. I don't know. First pitch misses outside. I am traditionally the Long Beach Coast broadcaster, so forgive my homerness.
Well, it's important for us to have somebody who understands the Long Beach team. Right. We needed that on this broadcast to round it all out, give us a nice perspective from both sides. But you want the Mobiles to win today, Joey.
You're putting words in my mouth here, Al.
I am?
I don't want to get in trouble with this clubhouse. 1-0, swing and a miss high. Goes chasing there on a 1-1 count now. Got himself a double. Went the other way with it into left center. Now 1 for 2, extending his on-base streak to 32. Second year in the Pioneer League, formerly of Yuba Sutter. Cuba Bess, the 1-1, the runner goes. Cooper Vest heads for second as the pitch is fouled off by Cuba Bess.
That's got to be tough for a broadcaster. Cooper Vest, Cuba Bess.
We've gotten used to it all season.
Yeah, at first it had to be difficult, though.
We've definitely made some slip-ups. Jesse Cook on the other side of the press box, holding it down for the home broadcast today and tomorrow. 1-2 count to Bess. Runner goes. Bluffed throw. Cooper Vest gets a stolen base. Cuba Bess takes a ball. A 2-2 count.
I'm going to have you double-checking your words for the rest of this at-bat. I can feel it.
That's fine. So now 2 in scoring position with 1 out. The double play is eliminated, which means that the infield is drawn in to try and cut the run. 3-0 Regulators. Huter takes a breath. Now the next pitch misses inside. It's a full count now. It's the first time tonight that a count has gone full. This being the third time through the lineup for Huter. Worked his way quickly through the first 3 scoreless frames. Now the 3 up and over our heads here in the press box behind home plate. Full count. And he was working that changeup too. A little bit of a curveball as well, which is what Cuba Bess struggled with the first time he faced off against the Mobiles. He's gotten a little better since. 3-2.
Oh, that's nice.
Right across Main Street for a backwards K. The 4th strikeout for Huter. The second backwards. Gets out number 2. That's a big relief for Huter. Still in a dangerous spot with Corona now taking the plate.
Huter has definitely established himself as one of the better pitchers in this rotation.
He allowed only 3 runs to earned in his last start here at Blair Field. That was back in June in the series finale. First pitch misses outside for ball 1. Emilio Corona put up the first run of the game with a RBI double. Now has a chance to cash in 2 more, but there are 2 outs. 1-0. Skips outside on the slider. Right now, Al, if you're Blaine Huter, what are you trying to throw to a guy like Emilio Corona?
Something that he can't hit. That's what I would think.
That's a simple but correct answer, I'd say. I'll give you that. It's a 2-0 count. The next pitch misses outside, and all 3 of these pitches he definitely can't hit because it's nowhere near the strike zone.
You know, he might feel more comfortable throwing to Benjamin Rosengard,
who was in the on-deck circle, followed by Jacob Jablonski. He's going to need to get one in the zone now. 3-0. Fastball right over the plate for strike 1. Now a hitter's count. Corona was the first base runner in 10, retired yesterday against Adam Christopher. Began a rally in the bottom of the 9th that led to the 3rd walk-off of the season for Long Beach in the series opener. This one swung on and hanging up in center field. McKenzie gets it for out number 3, leaving 2 stranded. No runs for the Mobiles or the Regulators in the 5th, heading into the 6th, but it is still 3-0 Regulators. We'll be right back. Into the 6th we go, and broadcast.
Yep. Service.
Well, this would be the guy to do it, but he takes strike 2 on a called breaking ball. Keshawn Frett, you saw last night, drove one into center field. Where were you sitting?
I've been to, what game is this, 59 games? I've been to 59 games. I don't know where I was sitting.
That's fair. That's fair. Well, there's a swing and a miss. Keshawn Frett goes down the way of the K the second time this afternoon. Brings up Josiah Chavez, who's been with the Mobiles, I believe, since the beginning of the season.
Yeah, exactly. Josiah is one of our few players that have been with us since the beginning of the season. I think we have 8 or 9 players from first day spring training roster that have, that doesn't.
You might know better than I.
It's hard to go through the names. It's a lot of guys, you know.
Now Chavez gets this one on the ground. Amata at short. Over to first in time for out number 2. Speedy 2 outs.
Are we lacking of bats on balls through the infield here? Is that what that says up there? We don't have any hits at the moment.
That is correct.
I'm trying to jinx that for the Long Beach pitcher by saying he's pitching a no-hitter right now.
Well, hey, you said it now. Johnny Horvat now fouls the pitch back into the screen for strike 1, who reached on an E6 his last time up. Horvat started off the season everyday leadoff guy. He didn't lead off last night. He was in the 7 spot where he went 1 for 3. Takes the next pitch outside for ball 1. Now, I remember last year you were telling me you were a bat boy. That's kind of where you found your love for baseball. Was that with the Dodgers, if my memory serves me right?
Unfortunately, it wasn't with the Dodgers. It was with the San Francisco Giants, but it was still, once-in-a-lifetime experience for a young man. And that's something I try to give back as we travel through the Pioneer League. I have friends and family throughout California and throughout the places we go.
There's a line drive into the glove of Jablonski that ends the inning. Pretty speedy inning. Let's keep you on for the next half, and we'll get into some more stories when we come back around.
Sounds good.
Bottom of the 6th, still on the broadcast with me, is the great Red Pocket man, Zach Rittner. It was a quick top of the 6th inning. Still no score for the Mobiles, who trail 3-0 Rosengard. Jablonski and Mata are going to try and add some more insurance runs off of Blaine Huter, who is still on the mound. We were talking about how you kicked off your love of baseball as a bat boy with the San Francisco Giants. There's a called strike to Benjamin Rosengart. Now, I'm sure, yes, you guys have played the Roadsters. So
Yes.
did you get a chance to chat with JT Snow?
I actually have had a chance to chat with JT Snow. JT Snow is a very nice man. He's a very knowledgeable baseball person, and I enjoy being around JT Snow. I got to meet him early on this year at the spring Pioneer League baseball tryout and draft.
And there was one recently as well in the mid-season draft, but I don't believe you were there.
I was not there. That was the last weekend or so. I was away from the team for a few days. I actually went to New York to go to the Dodger-Yankee game out there.
Oh, nice. How was that?
Yeah, it was pretty cool. But we had tickets for the Saturday game, which got rained out. My RedPocket Mobile, the company, is a sponsor of WFAN, the fan in New York that does the Yankees and the Mets. And we're also a sponsor of the Boomer Esiason show. So the Yankees actually provided RedPocket Mobile with tickets to the game. So being lifelong Dodger fans, my dad flew out there because I don't really have a bucket list on things, but when I heard of the opportunity of going to the Yankee game with my dad at Yankee Stadium versus the Dodgers, that instantly became number one on the bucket list, and we made it happen last weekend. It was awesome.
That is so cool. And did you get any good food there?
Oh, yeah. When we were in New York, definitely. My dad and I are foodies. My dad used to own a fresh fish market and restaurant and
cool.
loves five-star restaurants. Growing up in Los Angeles, we would go to, like, fancy restaurants. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm sure you've tried a couple of good spots being on the road with the RedPocket Mobiles. Any good restaurants that you've been to in your time now this year with the RedPocket Mobiles?
Absolutely, 100%. Jake's and Billings, the steakhouse.
Okay. 3-2 is dribbled on the ground to Kaufman, who gets it to first in time for out number one.
Nice. I think Dimitri, our manager, went there 4 times during the week we were there, and I myself would have gone 4 times if he would have told me he was going, but I only knew about one additional time besides the family time. We try to do on Sunday evenings, if we can, like a little family-style dinner with me, Dimitri, Ray, Bones, Jen, our trainer, and our bus driver, Frenchie. If we can find a nice restaurant in the local town we're in, we try to make that happen. And Jake's and Billings had one of the best steaks I've ever had in my life. It was a ribeye that was charred on both sides and pink throughout the middle with no hint of gray band.
Oh,
I couldn't believe that it was so charred perfectly well with no gray band and cooked in the middle. And the beef being from Montana was just so good.
Oh, sure. You're making me hungry now.
Yeah. Well, we're going back to Billings, and shout out to Jake's. We'll be there again, you know.
Well, we're hoping to get out. I'm speaking we as in I am a broadcaster for the Long Beach Coast.
Yeah.
So we're hoping to get out to Billings potentially in the playoffs. That would be the only chance that we could see them. We have now both clinched the playoffs.
Right.
The Long Beach Coast and the Billings Mustangs.
Yeah, I know Billings clinched. We were there.
Yeah, and that was kind of a controversial moment there.
We were there. Yeah, it was a controversial moment, so much so you can actually check out our YouTube web series. The episode 6 just dropped today, and that basically covers a certain incident that happened in Billings that did not go in our favor. And, that's the way the ball bounces in baseball, as they say, or I say.
Well, we were rooting for you, too, watching every single game because it would have made an impact to help us clinch a little faster. But unfortunately, I believe you guys got swept. Is that right?
That happens, that's happened a few times this season. I don't remember which time that was, if it was or not.
Yeah, it's neither here. New beginnings. Right now, the RedPocket Mobiles have one win in the second half. They're hoping to bounce back.
The RedPocket Mobiles are really a like I heard you say the other day, David Goliath story here in the Pioneer League. And the fact that, yes, there is 2 other expansion teams that have come into the league with Long Beach and Modesto and then even Yuba rebranding. Those teams, I would say, have a little bit more of an advantage than we did coming into this season because how we came about so rapidly willing to take on the challenge of fielding a team with short amount of time and minimal resources. But the team that we have put out on the field now that we've talked about, we had 38 guys on opening day and only 7 guys remain from those first 38 guys. Dimitri and Ray have done it, and Al Maulding, our GM, have done a tremendous job of finding the right players, finding the right spots, finding the right positions. And our record is definitely not an indicative of the way we play, you know. And I keep trying to tell myself, am I like in the woods? Am I stuck in the forest and I only want to see the good things about this team? But the truth of the matter is I've played sports all my life. I've been on good teams. I've been on bad teams. And this is not a bad team.
I 100% agree with you.
Yeah. This is a good team. We just get bad breaks, you know, like we just talked about in Billings. You know, that wasn't in our control. And Blaine was actually on. I think that was Blaine's last start. Oh, look at that.
A little double play, razzle-dazzle, clears up the bases.
Backhanded flip from Giovanni with the glove to Spence Kaufman. It turned the double play. That was a double play, right?
Yes, it was, and it ends the inning. So I'll let you get back into the crowd, enjoy some food here at Blair Field. Maybe not as good as that steakhouse in Billings that I'm going to have to go try sometime. But we'll see you back around here.
Nice. Thank you. I appreciate it. And if you're in the crowd or coming to the game tomorrow, I'll be at the booth, the RedPocket booth. Stop by and say hello.
You heard it here. Come on over to Blair Field and meet the RedPocket man himself. It is 3-0 heading into the 7th. We'll be right back.
Oh, the crowd was going raucous for a guy chugging his beer, and it did not end well for him.
Yeah, so we are heading into the 7th. We are through 6 now, 3-0. The Regulators are on top of the RedPocket Mobiles. Spence Kaufman now takes the plate and slaps the first pitch over to the third baseman. Rosengard gets it to first in time for out number 1. Pretty good outing right now for Nathan Hemmerling, who has allowed 2 base runners on, 1 on an error and 1 on a walk, for all that implies.
It's the 8 strikeouts that stands out to me. That is a very nice total for him. Not a great total for the Mobiles.
No.
But hopefully we got him out of the way early, and we can settle in for the back third of this game and get this rolling, get that lead.
Here's the 1-0. Misses low and outside for ball 2. Now, while Nathan Hemmerling has been hot on the mound today, not as hot as some dogs that have been brought to us in the booth by our very own Al Maulding, and the next pitch fouled off. We are, of course, here on Regulators Night here at Blair Field, and here at Blair Field we have the Regulator Dog, which involves an all-beef hot dog with crispy shallots, barbecue sauce, and you said some sort of jam?
The menu says jam, but it definitely looks like barbecue sauce. It's also got some grilled peppers and onions. It looks pretty tasty.
We'll see
Can't
if it's maybe it'll be better than the little hot dog special we had in Grand Junction last year. You recall the cherry peppers and the caramelized onions.
No, I don't recall that.
You didn't get one?
Nah.
Harrison never brought you up one?
I'll tell you, in Junction, it was all about the mozzarella sticks.
Oh, yeah.
As Jordan Harrison Dudley gets himself a walk heading over to first base, he's a guy we like to see at first base. Very active on the base paths, already a 2020 season for him. Top 10 in the league in stolen bases. Maybe this is a chance for him to get moving, get in scoring position for JJ Justin Johnson.
Well, I'd like to get into the top 10 of putting this hot dog in my mouth for Justin Johnson. I'll rephrase that. Eating this hot dog. An 0-1 count as that first pitch is fouled off.
But Debo was running.
He was.
He was on the move.
On the hit and run. Well, I figured we should tag team.
You go ahead. You go first.
All right.
You can go ahead.
This?
Yeah, you can go ahead and mute yourself for the people at home. So
They want to hear all the sounds. The ASMR,
okay.
right?
Well, here we go with Himmerling. He comes set and delivers a fastball for a ball to JJ.
Sweet, smoky. I wish you guys could see this.
It is a gorgeous looking hot dog. But here comes Himmerling again with the third pitch of the at-bat. There goes Debo. And he's safe. Stolen base for Jordan Harrison Dudley on the strike to Jason Johnson.
Pattern tonight on Hemmerling. That was a swing and a miss for Justin Johnson. And now that, I've had my bite, I've given this a 10 out of 10. Easy. Do you want to give it a try? You haven't had this hot dog, have you?
I have not had this. That was Jordan Harrison Dudley's 27th stolen base on the season. Let's see what this pitch does. 1-2 to Johnson. Ground ball over to Anthony Mata, who fields it. Nice throw over to Cooper Vest to get the out number 2.
All right. So now you got to try the hot dog before the inning ends.
Okay. Well, I am a modest man. I am going to hit mute on my microphone while I take a bite because I just have to.
All right. Hey, all the more to you. TJ McKenzie now to the plate. 2 outs and a runner at second for the Mobiles, who trail 3-0 to the Regulators. Top of the 7th. Hemmerling trying to work through that 7th frame. Delivers the first pitch that slides outside for ball 1. All right, you've taken a bite. First impressions.
Everything you said is correct. That is a delicious hot dog. If you live in the Long Beach area, you would serve yourself well to come out to the game tomorrow for the final of this 3-game set between the Coast and the Mobiles and get yourself one of these Regulator dogs. That's delicious.
And you'd get to meet us here in the booth. You can swing by and say hi. You can say hi to the RedPocket man, Zach Rittner, who we just had on the broadcast. 2-0. Check swing for TJ McKenzie. Holds, and it's a 3-0 count. For Nathan Hemmerling, he's now worked through 6 2/3 of an inning, marking his longest outing of the 2026 campaign. Made it all the way to the championship as part of the Idaho Falls Chuckers rotation. There's a called strike. Now a 3-1 count. But Hemmerling trying to get back to the championship and get that coveted ring that was swiped from the Chuckers and Troy Percival as well. Many of those guys coming down and following their manager to Long Beach. This one into shallow right center. And
it drops.
Dropped ball by Corona in center. The throw in to second, not in time. The shutout is over. It's going to be a hit, and that ends the no-hitter.
RBI double for TJ McKenzie, bringing home Jordan Harrison Dudley, and the Mobiles are on the board. It just takes one to get it started.
Well, and that's kind of what it was last night in this very inning, where they tied up the game with their first run. They still have a couple more to go. 3-1 now. The Regulators on top of the Mobiles. But now here comes Efrain Manzo, who did tie up the game last night in the 7th on the ground out, the RBI ground out. So now that the no-hitter's out of the way, we can start to talk about it a little bit more. Fantastic work. This is the longest that a Long Beach Coast pitcher has had no hits in a start. The last one that went this long was 5 1/3. That was by Jack Martin a few series ago. 0-2 count. Next pitch is fouled off to the first base side. Hemmerling still just a pitch away from getting out of this inning with the lead intact. I'm holding this in my left hand, praying for the end of this inning, but Efrain Manzo is not going to allow that to happen. He's staying alive with another foul ball. It's just staring me in the face right now. Right now, this 3-1 lead has been staring the Mobiles in the face. For most of this game, it was 3-0. Up until now, there's a swing and a miss. High at the fastball, he chases. Out number 3 recorded. One stranded, and that one stranded was T.J. McKenzie, who just broke up a no-hitter. But Nathan Hemmerling, a season high 7 innings of work, heading into stretch time, 3-1 Regulators here on the RedPocket Mobiles YouTube. Bottom of the 7th, Johnny Pappas, the 9 spot for the Regulators, will lead things off against Blaine Huter, who is still on the mound after his team finally provides some run support. The RedPocket Mobiles get 1 on the board, break up the no-hitter. First pitch sails to the back of the backstop. I have a special guest in the booth here with me, Jack Mankiewicz.
Jack Mankiewicz. Yeah, it took me years, so.
I was thinking of Doug Mankiewicz in my head.
He's one of our guys, yeah.
Yeah.
It's the closest we're going to get to the majors.
I only know that because he was my first autograph that I ever got in baseball.
Oh, wow.
But that's neither here nor there. You have been working with the RedPocket Mobiles all season long, documenting this unique situation where a travel team, as this one is hard hit into center field, it's going to be grabbed by McKenzie. Sorry, just cutting back and forth between the action.
That's what you do.
So you are the man behind the camera. Tell me, you still are on the road with these guys. You're still a part of this journey. And how hard is it to try and stay invisible while, giving these guys the limelight?
Yeah, that's definitely part of it. My goal is to capture reality as close as I possibly can. So, but I am holding a huge camera and in their face, so Dimitri has been really welcoming. All the guys are really welcoming. They're all amazing characters who I think athletes have a unique ability to be authentic on camera because they've been doing it so long, which is why I like sports documentaries. So they're pretty comfortable with it, but you have to pick your spots.
Right.
Like-
1-1 in the air towards left center. Eddie Pelk gets it down. It rolls to the wall. Pelk charging his way into second for his second extra base hit of the day with one out here off of Huter. But, how does one let's talk about your background here. What were you doing before this?
I've been sort of in the documentary space for over 10 years, and really sports documentary especially. I worked more as an editor. I worked on some ESPN docs. I did the 86 Mets doc and The Captain with Mike Tolan, who I know is associated with the Coast.
Part of IBP?
Yes. And then I guess we wait for the pitch is part of this.
Easton Jones takes the first pitch outside. Yes, so Mike Tolan, who is responsible for The Last Dance, the very famous Michael Jordan documentary.
He's a master of his craft. And we worked on a doc about the Jackalopes in 2024, the defunct Jackalopes.
The team that I was the broadcaster for last year.
Oh, you were? Fantastic.
Yes. This one hard hit into left center, back towards the warning track, and Keshawn Frett makes a backpedaling grab for out number 2. Yes, so you were out in Grand Junction. Mm-hmm. You suffered the desert heat just as I did last year.
I did the dry desert heat, but I have a pretty unique perspective. There aren't many people who made a documentary about the Pioneer League who sort of know how it works and everything. So I was sort of uniquely set up for this to have the context and to understand the stories that make this league so amazing.
And you get to be a storyteller. And this has been quite the story as well. Obviously not the start that the Mobiles maybe have expected at this point in the season, heading into game 59 here, 60 tomorrow. What does it, having been with the team, what is it going to take to turn this team around?
In a sense, I don't really know if we need to be turned around. Like we're such a talented team, and we just were a little bit snake bit. I mean, the amount of devastating losses that we've filmed. That we have an episode where we say we've lost in a new way every time, and it's continued. And I think part of it is we are a road team that has a unique disadvantage where we never bat in the bottom of the ninth, and we have fans yelling at us every single time we're trying to close a game, and those last 3 outs are the hardest outs. So I think if we get over that hump.
This one fouled back, 0-2 on Cooper Vest.
It's really like we're good enough. We just have to learn how to win.
Right.
But the drama has been amazing. I really think we're a talented enough team. It's just getting over that sort of getting those last 3 outs.
And
really.
I'm sure that there has been some tension. When you're in such close quarters, on a bus, in a hotel, living out of a suitcase for all this time, it's frustrating. And I'm sure that these players get frustrated with one another. I'm guessing that's what you try to capture.
Definitely, that's a part of it. I've been sort of amazed at the way we've kept the vibes up, despite some of the painful losses and the way things have gone at times. But I think that comes down a lot to Dimitri and Ray and Bones, who just are very unique in terms of creating
They create a good culture,
an
a good
atmosphere.
environment.
It's really amazing, and our team as well. The players, they don't really let it get them down. But it's also baseball. There's a new, you wear it that night, and then the next day it's a new day.
Yeah.
So.
And tonight is still a close game, 3-1. Cooper Vest has an 0-2 count with 2 outs. Huter looks back at Pelk dancing off of second. Now delivers. Again, the 0-2 and misses outside for ball 1. Have you created any relationships, any special relationships with any of these guys?
I think like sort of with all of them in a sense. And one of the best parts of this job is you have 27 friends you get to see every day. But a lot of them, Debo is just an amazing person and an amazing character, and Dimitri and, but to a man, they're sort of all, they're all so good at baseball and they're all such charismatic guys. I don't think you get here without that. So I feel I have relationships with all of them. And
2-2 is fouled up the line. It's kicked by the first base coach.
we've got Frenchie, our bus driver. We've got Zach. We've got Al, our co-GM. It really is a family, especially because we are in such tight quarters. And we really have no choice. You have to get along
Right.
when you're on the RedPocket mobiles. But it's kind of easier.
2-2
with
again,
this
misses outside. This has been a long at-bat here. That is now 9 pitches into this at-bat. Full count and a runner at second. This being the first ever RedPocket Mobiles broadcast series.
Yes. Thank
Took 'em long
you
enough.
to you for
Oh.
representing us.
Anytime. 3-2, swing and a miss at the breaking ball. Huter is pumped up,
There we go.
leaving one stranded. Getting through 7 innings of work, only allowing the 3 runs that came across in the 4th. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And, best of luck in the rest of this really crazy but fun series. Be sure to check out Chasing Baseball on the RedPocket Mobiles YouTube channel. Now episode 6, I believe, just dropped.
Episode 6. Many more to come.
Follow along,
Yes.
everybody. It's a great time for the RedPocket Mobiles, but they trail right now 3-1, heading into the 8th inning. We'll see if they can get it done these next 2.
That's
Thank you so
right.
much again.
Don't count the mobiles out.
There we go. And we'll be right back. Braylon Bishop will lead things off here in the 8th after Blaine Huter gets the first shutdown inning for the RedPocket Mobiles. Joey Miller back in the booth with me is Al Maulding.
Yes, sir.
Nathan Hemmerling trying to work through his 8th frame. He's already had a season-high 7 innings of work. Just broke up the no-hitter last inning. That broke up the shutout as well. And now he can just kind of focus up. This one on the ground, a backhand by Jablonski.
He's going to beat that.
And he does, in fact, beat that on the infield single. Second hit of the game.
Blaine Huter was cooking in that last inning, and he came off the mound feeling it. I wouldn't be surprised to see him come back out for the 8th.
Well, we did see a pitcher go almost 9 innings, go into the 9th inning.
We did. And that is kind of what we're looking for with the mobiles right now. We need length from the starters, we need our bats to produce, and we need to steal bases.
Well, Kashawn Frett can definitely produce something off of his bat, as he did last night. 1-0 is the count to start him off. He is 0 for 2 against Hemmerling. He accounts for 2 of the now 8 strikeouts that he has tonight. There's a check swing, but it's in the zone.
Faux steal there from Mr. Bishop at first base. I say it a lot whenever the mobiles are on base. I wouldn't be surprised to see him steal one. We lead the league in that for a reason. And
1-1 misses outside.
And Bishop, like Jordan Harrison Dudley, is in the top 10 for stolen bases in the league already.
Braylon Bishop at first. With a 2-1 count, there he goes. Pitch misses low and outside. The throw down from Pappas is not
There
in
we
time.
go.
Second stolen base for the RedPocket Mobiles. On the move, as the name would describe.
And that's what now we've got a runner in scoring position, no outs. We don't have to hit a home run. We just need to put the ball in play, and we can cut into this lead a little bit more.
It's 2 straight innings with a runner in scoring position for the Mobiles, as Kashawn Frett finds his way on base with a 5-pitch walk.
And
2
here
on.
comes Troy Percival. Is he motioning to the bullpen?
He is, and he's got such a weird way of calling for a new pitcher. He waits for the pitcher to take the ball, the new pitcher to take the ball out of the hands of the starter on the mound, as everybody just kind of stands there. So it kind of makes it tough for us, but we've kind of started to realize his mannerisms throughout the season. It is going to be a new arm on the mound, and we'll tell you who that is when we come back around. Hemmerling's night is finished. Still 3-1, but 2 on, including the potential game-tying run for the Mobiles here in the top of the 8th. Nobody out. We'll be right back. Top of the 8th, and right now things are looking dangerous for the Regulators, who have been on top since the bottom of the 4th when they scored 3, kept a shutout until the top of the 7th. The Mobiles struck a run on the board. Now here we are in the top of the 8th. Gary Grosjean replaces Nathan Hemmerling, who left to some big applause here for the home crowd after going 7+ innings, allowing only 2 hits. Those 2 of which happened in the previous 2 innings, and now Marquise Jackson is going to pinch hit for Josiah Chavez. And the first pitch hits him. Inside, he shows bunt. And he is going to be awarded first base, but right now he is in pain. It looks to be something around his knee.
Yeah. Oh, I don't like to see that. Keese is one of the guys that's been with us since spring training. Like Zach Rittner said earlier, we started with 38, and then we had to get down to 27. He was one of the guys that stayed with us, and he's one of the only 7 that remain. I really hope he's okay right now.
Me as well, as he is currently laid on his back, talking to the athletic trainer, Jennifer Daughtry. Dimitri Young keeled over his lefty batter, who tries to get himself up to his feet on his own accord. And he does. Crowd claps for Marquise Jackson. When things get back into action, the bases will be loaded thanks to that hit by pitch. But right now, the attention is on Jackson, who heads back to the dugout. gets a pat on the back from Gianni Horvat, who is going to try and score a run for his fallen teammate. And we'll see who will pinch run here.
It's going to be Josiah Chavez, who was most likely going to be staying in the game as a catcher with the Pioneer League rule of you're allowed to be pinch hit for and still return to the game. It looks like that's going to be the case. So I really hope Keese is doing okay after that. It's going to sting, but he's in good hands in Jennifer Daughtry, that's for sure.
So now the worst position you can be in as a reliever, coming in with bases loaded, nobody out, with a 2-run lead. The tying run is at second. Now the go-ahead is on base at first for the Mobiles. First pitch to Horvat misses outside for ball 1. Grosjean, this is his 11th appearance of the 2026 campaign. A former teammate as well with the Chuckers with Hemmerling. Now this one on the ground, Amata steps on second, gets it to first in time in one swift motion, but a run comes across in exchange for 2 outs. It is 3-2 on that double play. That does not give Horvat an RBI since it is a double play. But that brings up Spence Coffin to be the potential hero to score the runner. So Keyshawn Frett, who is now at third base. Keyshawn Frett is 90 feet away, and the first pitch to Spence Kaufman is swung on and missed. He is 0 for 3 tonight with 2 strikeouts. Struggling to catch up with Nathan Hemmerling. Now he gets to face a new arm on the mound, a new righty. Next pitch on the ground towards the third baseman. Rosengard gets it across the diamond. He was charging up the line, but the throw beats him. And the lead remains with the Regulators. They put 1 on the board after threatening with bases loaded and nobody out. Back-to-back innings with a run. It's 3-2 Regulators heading into the bottom of the 8th. In the bottom of the 8th, 2 runs of support for the Mobiles trying to chip away at this deficit. It is now 3-2, heading into the bottom of the 8th with a new pitcher on the mound, replacing Blaine Huter, who finishes the first 7. It's going to be the professional debut of Dakota Aspinwall, the first overall pick of the Pioneer League mid-season draft. And now, Al, you were at that draft.
I was.
You were there to draft him.
He was one of the pitchers who threw on day 1. It was a 2-day tryout camp. And admittedly, I saw him throw. I talked to a couple of people, and I reached out to Ray and Dimitri and said, I think this is our guy. And definitely let them take a gander at his stats, but we were pretty set in stone. 6'2", 240. He's a big guy from Lawrenceville, Georgia. He throws hard, and we're excited to have him throwing for the Mobiles.
His first pitch of his professional career cuts up and in on the lefty, Cuba Bess. He is out of West Virginia Tech University. Throw into Josiah Chavez, who was pinch hit for the last half inning and then put back on to pinch run after Marquise Jackson left the game. Now the second pitch down the right field line and foul off the top of the hitting facility in right. Hard hit, but luckily for Aspinwall, it does not stay fair. 107 off the bat of Cuba Bess, who leads this team, the Regulators, with home runs.
I mean, this is a tough at-bat for your first professional appearance, but I think Aspinwall is the kind of guy that has the moxie for this moment.
Here's the 1-1 from Aspinwall. This one down the third baseline and foul. A 1-2 count on Bess, who was 1 for 3 today. The Regulators have not scored since the fourth inning. The only offensive frame that they have scored in 7 innings of work, all 3 of them on Huter. This one in the sky, in the infield. Kaufman calling off his third baseman. Johnson makes the grab for out number 1. Getting out the team leader of the first place Regulators to start off his career is not too shabby, but he's not out of the woods yet. Emilio Corona and Benjamin Rosengard, 2 prolific hitters, due up next. Corona takes the plate, cashed in an RBI double. Back in the fourth, he's 1 for 3. The other 2 at-bats, he sent a fly ball out to TJ McKenzie in center. First pitch, fastball misses outside for ball 1. Now, what specifically did you see of Aspinwall on day 1 in the Pioneer League draft?
Well, there were 143 participants at the Pioneer League draft. A number of them were pitchers. Don't have the exact number on that. But of all the pitchers who showed up, he was the one that had the highest velocity. He touched 94 while he was out there. And he also did it over 2 innings and got outs. You know, it was live scrimmages. He kept the ball in the zone. And that's what we've been looking for. We needed somebody who could come out of the bullpen and throw strikes and trust the 7 guys behind him with gloves on.
Well, he allows his first base runner aboard with a 4-pitch walk to Corona. The 4th walk of the game issued to the Regulators, who only took 1 walk the entire series opener from the starter Adam Christopher. We talked about how that's been a struggle, especially with this bullpen that you just mentioned, trying to get a better situation for Dimitri Young to follow his starters, who have been doing a fantastic job keeping big offenses like the Long Beach Regulators to a minimum. Now Corona heads for second on the called strike, slides under the tag. No, he doesn't. Corona is perplexed right now, having some words with Gabe Vargas.
I'm not surprised to see Percy coming out of the dugout right here.
He representing an important insurance run in a 1-run ball game. Percival, the manager for the Long Beach Coast, is going to have a few words with Gabe Vargas.
I mean, it was a close play. I could see where the mistake could happen. But I have to put on my hat and agree that that was probably a call that we would be very upset with if it was a Mobiles base runner.
So the Mobiles get a break here. That is just the 4th time that Emilio Corona has been caught stealing in 30 attempts. Leading the team with 26 swiped bags. The bases are now cleared for Benjamin Rosengard, who takes the next pitch low on the breaking ball for a 1-1 count. Aspinwall, with the bases freshly cleared, gets a foul ball off the bat of Rosengard for a 1-2 count. The all-time modern era on base percentage and batting average single season leader.
I mean, 463 is incredible anywhere.
1-2 down the third base line and just off the glove of Johnson. I think you're going to have to give that a hit, I guess. They're going to give it a hit. Not sure about that, but a first hit allowed by Aspinwall brings up Jacob Jablonski. So Benjamin Rosengard now is 2 for 3 with a sacrifice back in the fourth. That scored the second run for the Regulators.
And here in the bottom of the eighth, we need to make sure we don't allow any more runs to come across before our last at bat.
Jablonski takes the first pitch outside for ball one. Jablonski, an RBI single back in the fourth. That was the third and so far, right now, the most crucial run in this one-run contest. 3-2 Long Beach. Next pitch inside. Look out. Jablonski turns away and evades that pitch at 89 miles per hour with some inward movement to the lefty, switch hitter. 2-0 count, swing and a miss for a 2-1 count.
And something that I've noticed over the last 2 games, it seems like Jablonski, while being one of the best hitters in the league, has a little bit of trouble with the off speed.
Now Rosengard is dancing off of first, causing Aspinwall to give a break in the action.
With that said, I think the last thing we need to throw him here is a fastball for him to eat up, because he does eat fastballs.
Let's see. 2-1 in the dirt, skips in front of Chavez, who has no chance at a throw down to second on the wild pitch.
And now with a 3-1 count, we need to throw him a fastball. And this is where he's the most dangerous. But I still have faith in my guy out there, Dakota Aspinwall. First time on the mound, and he's going to show why we took him number 1 overall. I'm putting it out there into the universe.
Hitters count. Here's the 3-1. Swing and a miss. Drove a fastball in on the hands. And now Aspinwall a pitch away from escaping this inning with what could be the second consecutive shutdown frame for the Mobiles, trying to get back into this contest. There goes Rosengard towards third. The next pitch misses inside. It's going to be challenged by Chavez. It does, in fact, miss, which means that the RedPocket Mobiles are out of challenges, 0 for 2, with a runner at first and third. That'll be a stolen base for Benjamin Rosengard on Jacob Jablonski's second walk of the game. Now Anthony Mata has a chance to drive in a run off of the rookie. Tough spot to be put in for your professional debut, trying to keep a close game close for the RedPocket Mobiles. Aspinwall takes a breath. Now the first pitch to Mata, up the middle, and Aspinwall gloves it, gets it to first on a one-hop. In time, does in fact get the shutdown inning. Gets through the first inning of his career. High fives Jordan Harrison Dudley, and we send it to the ninth inning with a 3-2 lead. We will see a closer coming out for the Regulators when we come back around on the RedPocket Mobiles YouTube channel. The Regulators need 3 more outs defensively to clinch the series. They're second against the RedPocket Mobiles, and they bring out the big guns in this one-run contest. Zach Volker takes the mound, the most electric closer in the Pioneer League, leading the league with 12 saves, looking for his 13th tonight. And he'll have to face off against Jordan Harrison Dudley, Justin Johnson, and TJ McKenzie. For the Mobiles, who are trying to make a comeback, Dakota Aspinwall just got a hold on the Regulators, leaving 2 stranded in his professional debut. And now his offense has to get to work here.
I was very happy with that debut for Aspinwall there. Can't lie, man. Like, the first time I make a draft pick, I'm a little nervous about it. So to have him come out in his first appearance and show what he's made of takes a little bit of weight off my shoulders. Now I just need Debo to step up.
A little bit of an affirmation there, and Debo has gotten on base once tonight, but he's 0 for 2, 0 for 13 now at Blair Field.
It just means he's due, Joey. He's due.
That's what I'm trying to set up here, Al. Here's the first pitch from the former Long Beach State dirtbag. Gets a swing and a miss on Debo. 0-1 is the count. Zach Volker comes out to the song War Pigs by Ozzy Osbourne to hype up the crowd here on this Saturday night. Next pitch misses inside for a 1-1 count.
No matter what happens over the next inning, the next 6 outs, I can promise you that everybody who's tuned in the last 2 nights has got to see some fantastic baseball. This game has been the epitome of good baseball, just like last night was.
1-1, a swing and a miss on the fastball, up and outside at 95 miles per hour. And Dudley, Harrison Dudley, is at risk of becoming the first out of this top of the 9th. Volker takes a couple breaths, now from the full. Here's the 1-2, check swing, up the middle, over the head of Volker. Rosengard comes in, he has no play at first, it's an infield single. And right now, that is the first hit that Jordan Harrison Dudley has gotten here at Blair Field to start the top of the 9th. Justin Johnson now to the plate, who is 0 for 3 tonight. 3 for 24 against Long Beach in his 6 games played here. 9 strikeouts as well, but a couple of RBI. He broke up the streak of 13 last night off of Nick Bautista, who was cruising through the middle innings against the RedPocket Mobiles to keep the game at a 1-run advantage. Right now, it is a 1-run advantage. We are here in the top of the 9th. 1-run advantage, rather, for the Long Beach Regulators. On top of the Mobiles in game 2 here. Tying run at first, and the first pitch misses inside for ball 1 on the fastball that has some cutting action arm side. 2 ground outs in the infield and a backwards K that ended the 4th off of Nathan Hemmerling. There's a check swing. They refer down to first base umpire Gary Gilman, who says he does not go around. It's a 2-0 count. Justin Johnson out of Sacramento, California.
The only Mobiles player to win Hitter of the Week so far this year, going up against a former Pitcher of the Week in Volker, and he delivers with a nice line shot to center field to get on base.
That's back-to-back singles. And, you know, we looked at what happened last night. Back-to-back singles is how things started in the 9th that led to the comeback rally that allowed for the walk-off winner. But now Percival quickly heads out to check on Volker. He cannot replace him right now, as of right now. He has only faced 2 batters, and I don't imagine him taking out of the game. He just wants to put a pause in the momentum as he's looking for a win. He gives them an affirmation. The infield all drawn in. And now TJ McKenzie is going to get ready for a big moment here with a runner in scoring position, and now a very speedy trail runner in Justin Johnson. who could potentially get the go-ahead run here in the top of the ninth against one of the toughest closers of this Pioneer League 2026 campaign.
So let me hit you with a hypothetical here, Joe. With runners on first and second, obviously the double plays in play right now.
Even a triple play.
Would you go for the double steal here, needing one run to tie?
You could. Both corner infielders are drawn in right now, so one bag would not be covered. There goes the bunt attempt. It is fouled to the first base side for strike one on McKenzie, who broke up the no-hitter that Hemmerling had started and finished in the top of the seventh. That was off of an RBI double that got the first run of the game for the RedPocket Mobiles. They have scored one in the top of the seventh, one in the top of the eighth. Here we are in the top of the ninth. 3-2 Regulators. Nobody out, 2-on. Volker looks on, looks back, and there's a swing and a miss. Does not go for the bunt there, and the corner infielders will retreat. Oh, and 2 count. Volker sees that McKenzie will call for time here. McKenzie, with his bright yellow gloves, steps back into the batter's box on the right-handed side. Righty on righty matchup. Volker comes set. Right around the belt. Staring out into the distance. Now here's the 0-2. Fouled off first base side. McKenzie stays alive.
94 miles an hour. This guy throws really hard.
He gets up to 96.
Whew. I don't know if anybody that's watching has ever driven 96, but that's kind of scary.
Well, you are from Florida, so I'm guessing you have.
I mean, yeah.
Here's an 0-2 count. Zach Volker once again comes set. Still an 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. Misses in the dirt, gets away from Pappas. Both runners will advance on the wild pitch.
That is a breath of fresh air for the Mobiles. Now with no outs and 2 runners in scoring position, down by 1. I like our chances. It's still not, there's nothing set in stone in this game.
Not at all.
But that definitely makes it a little bit easier to breathe here.
This is Volker's 30th appearance on the season. There is a little bit of action right now in the bullpen, should things get out of hand here for Long Beach. The force out at any square base is no longer in effect. The infield is drawn in. They're going to try and cut the run and get an out here.
It does look like Jake Dixon is warming up in the bullpen out there.
One of the 2 lefties out of Percival's pen for the Long Beach Regulators. Volker, the 1-2 to McKenzie. This one popped up in the air to shallow right field.
That looks like trouble.
Jones, rather,
Not
that's
quite.
Pitts coming in. Jablonski gets the grab for out number 1. That is Robert Pitts in right field now.
You know, that looked like it was going to be a little bit more trouble than it ended up being, obviously.
So
But still, only 1 out. We got Efrain Manzo coming up to the plate, followed by Braylon Bishop.
his second game here at Blair Field. Manzo 0 for 4, but got an RBI last night that tied up the game in the 7th. Now he has a chance to do the very same thing here in the top of the 9th the next night. He's 0 for 3 tonight. There's a swing and a miss at the slider. Rather, the fastball with outward movement for strike 1. Manzo has struck out twice tonight.
Volker has a lot of movement on that fastball.
And that is what you need to be successful, especially in the closing role in this league. We recall a man by the name of Reese Miller last year who had that movement on the slider. But the fastball is Volker's dominant pitch. This one popped up in the air behind home plate. Pappas says he's got it. Makes the grab for out number 2. And now Volker just needs one more out to get save number 13.
And since the runners got to scoring position, this has played out exactly how we did not want it to. 2 pop-ups to the infield, 1 in foul territory. But Braylon Bishop coming up to bat, the former Bradenton Marauder, spent time in the Pittsburgh Pirates farm system. This guy is a true ball player, and he's very dangerous in this position.
The former affiliate outfielder steps in with a big moment for the Mobiles. A 5-game losing streak right now hangs in the balance against the toughest closer in the Pioneer League with 2 outs and 2 in scoring position. The first pitch fastball misses low and outside at 95. Bishop got a single, his first hit here at Blair Field, just last inning. Came around to score the second run on a distraction on a double play from Gary Grosjean, who was last on the mound. And now time is called. 1-0, Volker loses the count initially here. Infield in normal fielding range for a lefty batter. Here's the 1-0. Misses high and outside for ball 2. Keshawn Frett, I believe, is in the on-deck circle, if I'm not mistaken.
He absolutely is, yes.
And that is not a batter that you want to see in this situation if you are Long Beach. That last pitch, 96 miles per hour. Neither pitch to Bishop has hit the strike zone. This one does. On the off speed for a 2-1 count. Volker has played plenty of games here for 2 different teams now at Blair Field. And he is told something here by the home plate umpire, Brandon Hastings. I should remind you that the RedPocket Mobiles have no challenges remaining. Long Beach is 1 for 2. They could challenge something here, should something not go their way. 3-2, Long Beach leading with 2 outs in the top of the 9th. The next pitch misses inside. Definitely can't challenge that one.
3-1 with 2 outs, 2 runners in scoring position, a 1-run ball game. This is one of those moments you talk about as a kid when you're taking BP.
He has had 3 saves in this homestand alone to start the second half. The crowd's starting to chant LBC. There's a brief time called here. Everybody stomping and clapping along, the home crowd, hoping to see the Mobiles drop this series. It is a hitter's count to Braylon Bishop. Here is that pitch, swing and a miss on the breaking ball. Volker, a pitch away. Jordan Harrison Dudley is at third base. No sacrifice fly in effect here, but he represents the tying run, the go-ahead run. Justin Johnson at second. Full count. Everybody knows what's going on here. Here's the full count, 3-2, strikeout on the backwards K. He tries to challenge it, but to no avail, and this ball game is over. Zach Volker gets save number 13, propelling him into the top 5 in the modern era for single season saves. Now tied with 3 others, Montana Quigley, Corey Wills, and Dutch Landis, cementing his name in the Pioneer League record book.
And it's another heartbreaker for the Mobiles. We are now, I don't even want to say this out loud, 4-19 in 1-run ball games this season.
It has not been a good go. We've talked about it all of these past 2 broadcasts. 3-2 final. Just like last night, Long Beach takes this series over the Mobiles. They're going to look for a sweep tomorrow on Sunday afternoon. But let's quickly talk about what happened here before we say adieu. We bid you adieu on this Saturday night. Nathan Hemmerling and Blaine Huter again another pitcher's duel that keeps a low-scoring game going. Through the first 3 innings, nobody touched home plate. Heck, not a lot of people even touched second base for either team. Nobody got into scoring position in the first 3 innings. Only 2 base runners were allowed. That was a couple of regulators that Blaine Huter allowed on. Nathan Hemmerling brought a no-hitter into the 7th, where the RedPocket Mobiles started a comeback. 1 in the 7th, 1 in the 8th. They were oh so close, but then Zach Volker.
You know, there's always one dominant closer in the Pioneer League each season, like you alluded to during the inning. And he might be that guy this year. He now has as many saves as the Mobiles have wins. And that's not easy to say. But it is the truth, and we've got to say it. He is a dominant closer in a league where that makes the difference. And Long Beach has a fantastic roster. So do the Mobiles. This is, once again, they proved they're not a team to laugh at. They're just right there, right at the cusp. Almost half the games we have been 1-run games at this point. So it's tough, man.
What's that saying about almost only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades?
You know, that's fair. That's fair, but at the same time, it speaks to the fact that these guys never have that bottom of the 9th where they get to close out a game. The Mobiles pitchers have to pitch 9 innings every day. The rest of the league, the other 11 teams, they have to pitch they have to pitch 9 innings half the time if they play their cards right. And it's starting to show. It's a little bit difficult, but we still have faith in our guys. We have faith in our staff, and Dimitri and Ray and Bones. And, you know, this isn't the end for these guys. It's just one more game down, a bunch of more games to go.
Well, let's take a look at the final lines here. Right now, Nathan Hemmerling, who is the player of the game here in Long Beach, gets a win, going 7+ innings of work, only allowing 2 hits, 2 runs, 9 strikeouts, and 3 walks for the right-hander for Long Beach. That is now a 4-0 record for him. And for Blaine Huter, that is his first loss in a Mobiles uniform, now 3-1 on the season, despite another fantastic starting performance from the RedPocket Mobiles. And this is just as crushing as Adam Christopher last night, I'm sure. And let's talk about who we're going to see on the mound tomorrow.
Absolutely.
Matthew O'Brien will be taking the mound for the Long Beach Coast. Who's going to take the mound for the Mobiles? Who's projected?
Right now, it is projected to be Agnell Miranda, who's been a combination guy. He's came out of the bullpen for us. He's gotten a few starts. We've really enjoyed seeing him on the mound as a starter. He seems to be a guy that gets more comfortable as the game goes along, and, that's all we can ask for right now.
Well, what we ask of you right now, our viewers, is to just enjoy the rest of your Saturday night. Thank you so much for tuning in to this broadcast. 3-2 is the final score. Al Maulding, Joey Miller, right here at Blair Field. We will be bringing you the action tomorrow afternoon. First pitch at 1:05. We'll hop on the mic just a couple of minutes before that. You won't want to miss it. And until then, we will see you later. Thank you so much for tuning in. Now it's time for us to tune out. Have a great rest of your Saturday night.